drink my coffee with me. I went and got my mic because it's after 8 in the morning. I don't want to wake up the whole house. How are y'all doing? I finally did my little vlog clip. You saw me put together my coffee this morning. Did you enjoy that content? A lot of work for like a minute of footage. So let me know if you like that stuff because I like that stuff. Let me know.
So hey y'all, yes indeedy. Let me know if you like the opening vlog bit that I just did in the comments below, and let me know if you like the soundtrack that I put with it. It's kind of become like my little signature soundtrack because it's a track called Mandeville, which is a town in Jamaica, and it's by Kevin MacLeod, which I hope is another Jamaican. I'm gonna assume that because you have to be a Jamaican if you name your soundtrack Mandeville. So me go guess that Kevin MacLeod come from Mandeville. Anyway, let's get into the video.
Do you like my little lock accessory? I don't know why it irks me so much to see people doing this and holding the mic and talking into this tiny little mic with the pin on it that you're supposed to pin on your clothes. Like pin it on your clothes and free up your hand them anyway. I don't know why it irks me so much. That's just an internal thing. But this is going to become a thing where I find places to pin mine on because I'm never going to be that person who's holding the tiny little mic up and then you're hearing every little breath that you're taking and it's I don't know why it gets me so worked up. Moving right along. On the topic of living in a Spanish speaking country when you don't speak a lick of Spanish, okay, I'm getting a little bit better. I'm learning my words. But when you're in an Uber or a DD, a rideshare situation, you're going home, but then you remember that you wanted to stop at the pharmacy to get something. So you want to tell the guy, hey, stop your so. That's what we would say in Jamaica, right? Hey, stop your so or let me off your so. You can't just tell him, let me off your so. So the only reason you remember that you wanted to go to the pharmacy is because the pharmacy is coming right up. You have literally 2 seconds to look up can you let me off here, please? And then you know that he's going to be like, huh? What? Like, do you want to end the ride early? And so now you have to look up you have to anticipate what he's going to say so that, and then by the time you do all of that in your head, you pass the pharmacy and you're just like, so those are the frustrating things when you actually you're here and you don't know. So a lot of the times I'll try to like look up phrases that I know I'll need. Some of them you don't know you're going to need them until the time arises and you're like, damn, I wish I could say to this guy, let me off, yeah, so let me off right here, please. It's okay. Yes, I want to end the ride here because a lot of it, I have tried to say that before, like stop here. I think I was trying to remember the words for stop here right now and it slipped me. So some of the times you look up the translation for things and you're ready and then it slips. Like language is the learning process of learning a language is repetition. You have to be constantly, and as much as I'm in Mexico, I'm not learning the language. I've been here over a year now and I'm much slower going because I keep going to meetups with other English speaking people, right? That's not the way to do this if you really want to immerse in the culture and learn the language. Anyway, so another issue that I was having with when we used to live at the last place, Uber or the maps or whatever clearly didn't know yet the direction of our house. The persons who lived there before clearly didn't take Ubers a lot. So the houses were numbered like 59, A, B, C, D. I think it went all the way down to J before it restarted. 59 and then 61, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So you're just like, I lived at H, I think. And every time I took an Uber home, they wanted to just drop you off at 59. Like the map would not recognize the letters. So it took us a while for us to learn. We lived at this roundabout and the A was all at this end and I was at J. So we had to learn the word for roundabout, the word for go straight and then turn left. And it was a whole situation every time we wanted to go home until finally the Uber map updated. And then anytime I put in my location, they dropped me off at the right thing. So those are the situations that come up. And again, these are probably not situations that you study for when you are saying, okay, I'm going to move to this country, so I need to learn how to say, check please, where's the bathroom, things like that. But you're probably not thinking, okay, I need to learn how to turn left and how to turn right. But, so there are definitely situations that come up as they come up and you have to learn. And then you often find yourself in a situation where you translate and memorize a sentence, and so you're ready to go with it. And the minute that comes out of your mouth, the person on the receiving end, they recognize that you speak Spanish because you just said a whole sentence in Spanish, and they go off to the races. And you're like, wait, no, I didn't understand a word that you just said. So there's that too. It's just like, it's been an adventure, I'll put it that way, living in a Spanish speaking country. And 1 year plus in, I thought I'd be much further along. And so at some point, I'll have to actually sit my butt down and take this language learning seriously. I don't know when that is, but it will come. The time will come. I have to go do some work now. I'll catch you later to talk more language stuff when I'm cooking, because I'm going to cook today.
Yeah, guys, I was saying, tell me if you like the track. Tell me if it's too cliche. Tell me if it's too loud. Tell me, just give me some feedback on this track before I stick it in every single video of mine.
Welcome to my cooking show. We're back. I'm not cooking anything special today, but it's special to me. I'm just making some ground beef and some broccoli. Trying to be all healthy up in this bit, healthy for the body, healthy for the pocket, because I've been spending too much money on what you want to call it. It's not even really fast food, it's takeout. It's takeout and other people's cooking, because there's a lovely lady in here who she cooks Tuesday to Saturday, and today's Monday, so either I'm gonna eat out or I'm gonna cook. So I'm gonna cook. Yeah, so I've been buying food from her, and I've been trying to do the math to see if it is economically better for me to just keep buying food from her or to cook myself. And I've come to the conclusion that it's economically and mentally better to continue to mix the two, because there are going to be some days when I don't want to cook, and that's okay. There are going to be some days that I don't like what she has, and that's okay too. She is a Mexican, cooking her Mexican meals, and so it's been fun and interesting to like buy some stuff from her and figure out what the different dishes are. But some of the time, it's been a little like, I'm used to something being one way and then they do it a different way here in Mexico. But back to the whole thing about living in a Spanish speaking country and you don't speak Spanish. I don't know if I should just input the footage here or preface it with a little bit of dialogue that it's not always just about the fact that you don't speak the language. Some things are just culturally different. Like the time I thought I was going to order, or I was ordering fruit punch in the sense of what I know fruit punch, and maybe even you know fruit punch to be. But here in Mexico, it has a completely different meaning. Let me drop that footage here. So there's this lady here in the complex that I've been buying food from every day. So, me and her turned bestie. And she sends me, anytime she have something, she send me what she have selling. So it's Saturday. I didn't even message her today because I don't think she cooks on Saturdays. I'm not even sure. But she messaged me and says she has something. Of course, she sends me the message in Spanish. So I look it up and it says she has fruit punch for the cold night. So I'm like, sure, I want some fruit punch. I wouldn't mind some rum in it, but okay. So I go to collect the fruit punch and the container is warm. It's 1 liter of fruit punch. So I open it and it don't look like my kind of fruit punch. So I'm like, okay, let me actually Google what she sent to me. And it is a Mexican fruit punch, which is a traditional holiday Christmas drink. It's called Ponche de Frutas, and it's something that I guess they make around this time of year, and it is warm, but it's made with fruits. So I'm gonna try it, and let's see. Let me show you what it looks like. So it's kind of brown. I think the recipe says something about like maybe like the skins and all kind of thing in there. Like honestly, I want to put some ice in my cup and throw this over it, but we're gonna try it warm in the traditional sense first. It looks like bone broth. That's why I was like, what is this? And it certainly doesn't smell like fruit. So I was like very like, what did I buy? Okay, we're gonna try. Um, what does that taste like? What does that taste like? I have no idea. I mean, it's very peculiar. It's very peculiar. I'm not picking up a taste that I recognize at all. I don't know if it's going to taste good cold, so I don't even know if I should like throw it in a cup with ice in there. I'm gonna try a little bit with ice because you know when she said fruit punch, it's Saturday night and you can see that I'm in the house looking a hot mess. I just did my nails for the first time in how long, so I'm slowly coming back to being me. But when she said fruit punch, I was like, yeah, I'm buy the fruit punch and then I'm going to order in a bottle of rum and have me a nice little Saturday night. Oh no. Yeah. So here is a little quip about being a housemate. You don't have all of the things that you're used to, and you know, you're trying to figure out what you should buy and what you shouldn't. Like you're in a house that has everything that you know you need for your comforts and stuff like that. So it has knives, but you're about to rent your own home. So I think in that case, it's completely fine to purchase, you know, a knife set for yourself. But if I were just doing the digital nomad thing, and this is, I guess, a quip about one of the reasons why I'm no longer considering being a digital nomad, that life got so stressing, so many little nuances that were just so annoying really quickly. Not being able to cook was one of them, and that was a drawback of, you know, the level of Airbnbs that we were staying in. A lot of the times we didn't have full kitchens. But if you're a digital nomad, it doesn't make sense to buy your own cutlery and things like that. Um, so like now I'm using this knife and I'm annoyed because it's not as sharp as I need it to be. And in my own kitchen, I would have either a sharper knife or a knife sharpener. So just things like that. Like you don't have the pots and pans that you would like to have. Things like that is really and truly what made me realize that, you know, there are many reasons. So this is just one of them that I'm talking about right now. Made me realize that I didn't want to be a digital nomad. I like the comforts of my own things and my own home, and I will slow travel, if that makes sense. Like, I don't mind going because I do want to, whenever I go to a place, I don't want to just do the touristy things. I do want to say, get to know a place, learn the culture, do some culture, you know, actually become a part of the neighborhood some of the times. And so I can see myself leaving my home and going to travel for a month at a time, you know, spend a month in a location and come back home. And then I know for sure, because I'm not a fan of long flights, I know for sure whenever I do make it out to Southeast Asia, ain't nobody taking that long ass flight just to go over there and come back in 3 weeks. Eller? No. So I do definitely want to do like maybe a whole summer with Munchkin, doing that side of the world. So 2 to 3 months at the very least. Hopefully, I'll have more money so that I can book nicer Airbnbs. But I hear all the people say that, you know, food is so delicious and cheap over in that side of the world that you're not necessarily cooking a lot either. I'm definitely the person who likes to stay in a place that I'm not gonna be cooking chicken and rice and peas, but I can fry 2 egg. I can make some oats. I can do something quick and easy instead of having to eat out for every single meal. I think that gets real annoying real quickly. Thankfully, because of my, what is that, my past, where I was always intermittent fasting, my recent past, I'm used to skipping breakfast. So that's no biggie for me. And Munchkin is the same. It is almost 2 p.m. right now, and I know she's hungry because she come downstairs and she said nothing up on the stove and she went right back up. So I know she's fishing around for food. She's clearly not hungry enough to make her own yet because it's not like food in a day where she can fry 2 egg and 2 sausage. I get that way sometimes too. I know sometimes it's which one is winning right now? Am I hungry or am I lazy? Clearly, she's not hungry enough yet. But I know that I'm not buying any food today, so I'm not yet hungry myself. May I cook from now so that when I'm hungry, the food ready already. Because it's one thing for you to cook and you're hungry. The food that never tastes good when you're done. Cause you just hurry up and I slap that shit. Now I'm taking my time to actually cut up the something them how I want, and you know what I mean. Those are just the little nuances of travel that I've learned so far living in a Spanish speaking country. Both the language and, just some little cultural nuances or differences is the better word. Some little cultural differences here that we've been navigating. And so that's very interesting. I could have swore I bought some garlic. There are certain things that I like to have fresh when especially when I'm making ground beef, and garlic is like top of that list. Because I swear by fresh garlic, I'm gonna know what gone.
Please let me know in the comments down below if you like these cooking videos from me. There are a few Mexican dishes that I have seen the recipes for from some Mexican creators, and I want to try them myself. So let me know if you want me to do that on camera. We can try some Mexican recipes together and, chit chat. But back to the topic at hand, I have kind of learned to preface whatever I am about to say in Spanish, just letting people know mi español es muy poco, poquito, something like that, to let them know that I am not a fluent Spanish speaker. I can barely speak Spanish. When I say that first, before I say anything else, they understand and expect my broken Spanish, and they appreciate, though, that I'm at least trying to communicate with them in their language. I think that is so important to at least let them know that you're trying. And, if the person can speak some English, because some of the times they will have a few words themselves, they will let you know. And so, you kind of come meet in the middle and you get the Spanglish going, and it's a good mix.
Why I didn't put the garlic in the fridge, me no know. But I am happy that I found it before I finished cooking, so I still can incorporate my fresh garlic in my ground beef. Me no know why me a threatening with a knife. But ground beef just needs fresh garlic, it doesn't taste the same to me. It just needs that garlic taste. Anyway, we have hit 10% of our fundraising goal for the month of December. So if you're new here, if this is the first video that you're watching, every month I will have a fundraising goal to help us grow the channel. This month it is to try and help me and Munchkin get our own apartment for January 2024. So if you'd like to chip in, here is how much we are at right now, and here is where you can chip in. Donate at the Buy Me a Coffee link. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who has chipped in so far. I am so grateful to y'all. January is 3 weeks away, less than 3 weeks away at this point. So fingers crossed that we do hit our goal and we're able to go house hunting together and furniture shopping. No, I actually really want to get a furnished place, but we'll see how it all shakes out. So thank you again to those who have donated so far, and I hope you will chip in too. So here's a dating update for those of you that watched the dating video, which I will link somewhere up here. Remember I told you the architect is still in the picture. So he finally did link me back because I told him I was back in Merida, and he said, he wanted to take me out this past weekend. He linked me Friday, messaged me and say, how have you been? How's your daughter? Blah, 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 blah. So we're talking, and then he gets to the point that he wants to take me out tomorrow. which is Saturday. So I said, okay, cool, sure. But I'm not feeling well right now. Let me see how I feel tomorrow. Him say, okay, message me if you feel better, or I'll message you, or whatever he said. And we figure it out. Yeah, cool. Saturday rolls around, next day rolls around, and homeboy, is talking, messaging me, asking me how I feel. At this point, I kind of knew I wasn't up for going out anywhere, but there was something happening down in Central that I really wanted to go, and I figured it would be a great video to capture for the channel. So I was really trying to will myself into it. So he says his brother's son's birthday is they're having a shindig at his brother's house. So, because I told him, at throughout the conversation, we're talking, and he's saying, are you feeling better? Because on Friday, the day before, he was like, yeah, I said to him, I wanted to get out of the house. He was like, yeah, the four walls must start to look like prison now, blah, 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 blah. So I said, I don't know about tomorrow because I don't feel well. Let's see. And then Saturday, he's messaging me like, yeah, okay, so my brother's thing. So I don't know if I can make the thing tonight. Brother, now you messaged me yesterday and said, you want to link up. So you never know. Say your brother did have something. So he asked me what time is the thing. So I said, well, they have three shows, 8:30, 9:30, and 10:30. So him said, it's not a party. It's just a cutting of the cake and it starts at 7. So maybe I can make the 10:30 one. So I'm like, all right, sure. Because we've already been here where he messaged me something and he want to go somewhere, but he have a thing over here. So, and it starts X time, but maybe him can come after. And it never ever, like, you don't need a reason to party in Mexico. If one person bring a bottle of tequila, it's an all-night shindig. Like, that's just how it goes. Here in this Privada, parties go until 4 a.m. and they are loud AF. Then the business is not nearby and something, yeah, in Mexico. That is hilarious to me because all if I Jamaica, me I call police. But anyways, I digress. So I know how this is gonna go already. So I'm in my bed, well wrapped up. I'm actually still willing myself to say I really want to go to the thing. It's gonna be a great video showing all the things, all the executions that happen here in Merida for over the Christmas season. But Jaja, a belly are bubble up, me not gonna wait. So I've decided I'm not gonna go anywhere. 10:15, he messages me a picture of the gathering, which I like that. Like, he's trying to show me that this is really what's happening. But he's also saying, I can't come. Like, we're still not finished here. At 10:15, when we were tentatively on for 10:30. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. Because I had already said to myself that me not gonna wear. So I said, well, it's fine because I don't feel, but I don't like his inclination to not have solid, like not be solid with his plans. Like you didn't know, say your brother's son did have a team today. You didn't know, so why are you messaging me to possibly link up when you know? Like you know already, so you can't go nowhere. Don't message my brother and say let's link up. I don't like that. I don't like that. I was gonna do ground beef and broccoli and a sweet potato. Like one sweet potato can do for me and munchkin alone. You don't need this much starch, but I have a lot of broccoli and we won't be eating all this broccoli in one go. I mean, I am cooking for today and tomorrow because we won't be eating all of that ground beef in one go either. But I think I'm gonna save this for a different dish and just fry a plantain to go with it. So we're going to be having ground beef, broccoli, and plantain. No, it's not plantain, it's plantain. Plantain. Say that to me. Plantain. There you go. So I have a little bit of water in this pot. I'm just going to kind of steam the broccoli. You want to season the water because everything is seasoned. For that, I would use bouillon. So this is the vegetable bouillon. Next time I go, I need to put this on my shopping list. I need the chicken bouillon version because I put that in everything. Mexicans put that in everything. I'm definitely getting me a chicken bouillon. I'm gonna wait for this to boil. Then I'm gonna dump my broccoli in there and then everything will finish together. When I put my broccoli in here, I'm going to actually put the rest of I minced up the rest of the peppers and onion, put that in there and we'll be done. You know, me almost never fry the plantain because me realize me the dog have to dirty up a next pot. One cooking and three pot. One heap of pot, you know. Especially when you unwash up dish. But it feels for the little plantain. So we're gonna fry plantain. This meal is going to last us for 2 days. Even though I'm gonna fry next plantain tomorrow for go with the leftovers. But no worry about that. We're gonna fry plantain. And I don't have any little small cute. Hey, anytime you cook, the fly them finery. Where fly come from? Jaja. I am definitely that person that goes through a whole thing of paper towel when I'm cooking. All right, we have 2 little stragglers left in the pot. I go and make them get some more color. Wait. Can't eat nothing else that good. Boy, it's spicy. Somebody upstairs have a bar for them, mama. It's spicy. So you build up the tolerance in them. Yeah, man, if you can eat pepper. That's why the broccoli is there, balance it out. Alright, because yeah, man, this can come out now. Alright, everything lock off. See you at the dinner table.
Munchkin came downstairs to eat with me, so I did not film us at the dinner table. In fact, this is kind of where I wrapped up the blog for today. So just reiterating my experiences living in a Spanish-speaking country when I don't speak the language. Mexicans are very, very nice, accommodating people. They will hear me and my broken Spanish and then would try with me, and I really appreciate that about them. And you know, now that I am definitely committing to actually staying in Mexico for at least another year, maybe even more than that, I am definitely going to be better at making sure I take the time to learn the language because I want to be able to communicate even better with my neighbors and my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, oh my gosh, you are my peeps. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Let me know what other video ideas you'd like to see coming from me and if you enjoyed the content in this video so far. My name is Monique Math and I am the Traveling Jamaican. I will catch y'all in the next upload. Until then, check out the Traveling Jamaican playlist that I have linked on the screen here. You'll learn a little bit about our story and how I ended up in Mexico with my baby girl. Ciao!